Welcome to the Digital Office at Home podcast. If you're an entrepreneur, small business owner, or someone navigating the world of remote work, this show is just for you. Join Marian LaSalle and her co-host Gail Kindig as they share helpful tips, inspiring success stories, and valuable resources that can help you thrive in your digital workspace. Join them each week on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform as they provide new ideas and expert advice to transform your home office into a hub of creativity and success. Welcome. This is the Digital Office at Home podcast. I'm so glad that you're here and hanging out with me today. It's been a wild ride. So this is the end of December 2024. 2024 kicked our butt. Lots and lots of things going on. So if you're feeling like most of us are, like, all right, what's 2025 going to give us? Let's wait a little bit on that and let's talk about what we learned over 2024 and how we can move forward with our office at home. So remember, I like to include everybody who works for themselves or get to work wherever they want to work. So if you're working from your home office, if you go, let's say you work for yourself or you work for someone else and they allow you to work wherever you want. And let's say you want to work from your daughter's house or your sister's or your neighbor's, or even like an office that has temporary rooms. Doesn't really matter where you are. If you get to work from home, then we have certain things that we need to talk about. Setting up our environment is really important. I learned this, well, I've been in business, I don't know, 30 years, something like that. So I've had a lot of different offices and opportunities to work from wherever, because I am the type of person that does not do well as an employee. I do have to create my own income, my own way in this world. So I've learned that yes, you can have a really nice setup and you can have all the latest and greatest gadgets and gadgets. It doesn't always work out. For me, it's the environment, what's around me. So I can look at the screen where I'm broadcasting and say, you know what? This one doesn't quite fit it. It's wintertime here. Yes, I'm in I almost said Florida. I'm in South Texas, so it's warm. It's probably going to be, 75, 80 today. So let's get rid of this background and do something that maybe is a little better. So if you're using Zoom or you're using a technology that allows you to change your background, what I do is I block off any light. So I do have a window back here and I have to block off the light. Otherwise it makes my hair look weird and that kind of stuff. So you have to be aware of what it is that you're doing if you're going to use a fake background. I say fake. It doesn't look fake, but everyone knows it is. All right, so I'm going to change it now to adjust for what I want, okay? So I go in this, I'm using Zoom, and so what I'm doing is I'm going into the tools that they give me. And they do give me one that says background and effects. And I have, uploaded some that I really like. So let's try to find one that's more of a winter scene. Now this isn't too bad, but it's not quite a winter scene, is it? I don't really need to feel like I'm cold, so not really winter. But let's see, we don't want anything too distracting. We could do something like this that just looks like it's blurred, which is not, this is not my blurred background. This is just greenery that's blurred. And then we have things like this that you can do. So I do want to talk about this. There is a tool it's an AI tool that you can create the background that you want. So I created this background. I'll show you another one I created because I really, really like it. This is black and white. I'm not going to go with that, but you can see the different things that I have done. Now, this AI is called Ideogram.io, I believe. Let me double check that. Ideogram.ai. So Ideogram.ai. And basically what it does is allows you to give it the prompt that you want. So if you were to say, you know, a beautiful background with some artwork on the wall looking out, or back behind me is a window and with some trees. Basically, you tell it exactly what you want and gives you 4 different options that you can choose from. To me, this looks very, very professional and it looks very real. It's realistic. And as a matter of fact, I've had people contact me after they realized that this was not a real background and ask me, can I make it for them? And of course, if you want a background built for yourself, feel free to contact me. I'd be happy to make that for you, because to me, if I feel good about my surroundings, then I feel like I can promote myself. I can show up on camera and make it feel good. So if I feel good, I can give you what you need, because that's what it's all about here. It's all about you, right? What is it that you need? So I'm just kind of going over some of the things that are important to me when I'm setting up my space for when I work. You may or may not be on camera like I am. I run a mastermind on camera on Zoom. I do a podcast on Zoom. And we upload, of course, the audio to the places that need audio, but we upload it to YouTube. It's a video. And so a lot of my clients, I meet them on Zoom, because to me, it's almost like being together. And we all know that it's harder and harder to be together now. It costs money to go. It's, the people are sick or whatever is the problem. It costs, the cost is just too much now to meet every person that you want to in person. So just think about it. Now, if you don't use Zoom, if you don't get on video, you still need to feel good about your surroundings. So I look for a room that's fairly open. I look for nobody behind me. I don't want anybody sneaking up behind me. I look for a quiet area. And I look for convenience. So I always need to go fill up my coffee. Sorry. My microphone just fell. I'm trying to be as real as I can and not have any illusion of fakeness or any illusion of, Marian's not telling the truth, because she is, okay? So I have to have my coffee, and this one was given to me by one of my mastermind members. I don't know if it's backwards for you, so I'll read it. It says, "You make the world a better place." Isn't that sweet? So that is a gift that I received in the mail. So thank you, Gail. I appreciate you so much. So I have to have a convenient place to get more coffee, because I live on coffee and water. Okay. And then I also have to have a bathroom nearby. So anyway, make a list of the things that you think are important to you, and then go out and create that, or create it in your own home. If you live in a small area with a lot of people around, then you're going to have to make some adjustments. You're going to have to talk to your family. You're going to have to deal with the dogs, whatever it is. Now, I don't hide my dogs. If they start barking, I just laugh and talk about it, because I really don't want to act like I'm professional. That's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. I want people to know that I'm a real person, that I have a real business, and I work from home. That hasn't always been the case. Most people can remember the time when you had to be ultra professional, otherwise you couldn't be in business. You had to go and get a job. So that's good. If you have any questions or thoughts, or if you have some suggestions, I'd be happy to answer them or to discuss that with you. So the next thing I need is a really comfortable chair. And then I have on the side of me, you can't see it, but on the side of me, I have a rolling desk. And it's just real small. And it rolls up and down and it moves up and down. It has a lip on it so I can have my calendar. So I have my calendar here with my notes. I have all the things that I need in order to stay on track as far as what I need to do today. And that's one of the things that I think is important for you. Now, there's several ways you can do this. You can do it online, or you can do it on paper, or you can do it on both. You can do it with both. I use a thing called Notion.io, and Notion has a free version, and it'll list all your tasks, and you can move them from day to day. You can move them from week to week. You can move them over to done, so you can see what you've done. You can cross them off. You know, a lot of people like to do that. All right, so keeping track. Okay, first your environment. Make sure that you feel comfortable. Your audio, your video. Okay, so let's go into the video part. I have an external Logitech camera with a microphone built into it right above my laptop. So here's my laptop, and then my camera is up here, and I have it hooked to my desk, and that way I can bend it any way I want. So if I want to move you guys over here, all I got to do is move it. If I want to move you back, I can move you back. I can go up, I can go down, depending on what's going on. It's really simple. It's not expensive. It's not sophisticated, but it works. Okay. Now here's the next big thing for me. I have a small laptop. It's way too small for these little eyes. So I have a much larger big screen. It's an HP monitor, and it sits next to me. I hook it into my laptop so that it automatically comes on when I open up my computer, and I can move things over to my big screen so I can see it, because I do a lot of graphics and I do a lot of work on my computer. I build websites for a living, and so that's very important to me that I can see what I want to see. I have to be able to see it. This is a new device. It's interesting. I'm not quite used to it yet, as you can tell. But anyway, okay, so something to keep track of what you're doing all day. Maybe remind you of things you took, appointments, things that you said you would do, your environment, now your computer. It can be a really small, cheap computer, as long as you have an external microphone and video camera. They're cheap. They're not expensive at all. It just plugs into your laptop or your computer, and then a big screen that sits next to you where you can see things more clearly if you have a small one. Because this is so small, I can take it with me anywhere I want. So I could just unplug the monitor and the camera and take this laptop with me, which I did. I went to Michigan for the holidays, and so I just took my laptop with me. It's really small and very light, and so it was just easy to take it with me. Now that we have everything basically set up around us, what are the tools that we're going to need for 2025 to stay on track? So I have a friend who's developing a new program for accountability. I can't wait to share that with y'all. And I'll be introducing her to you very shortly, so you'll hear and see that. And also we have a new community that's starting up, and it's going to be filled with members of the referral business builders, the digital office at home, and those people, that are in the mastermind. So those people are all going to be in a community And it's going to be wonderful. It's like the best of Facebook and none of that stuff. And then more. There's courses and videos, and there's lots of things that we can do there. Now, once you have your setup done, how are you going to sell your products, your services? How are you going to display your website, that type of thing? I'm going to save that part for the next time we get together, because that's pretty detailed, and I want to make sure you get all the information that you need in order to make your business thrive in 2025. Hey, thrive in 2025. All right, well, that's it for today. Please ask me any questions that you have. Meet us over at Digital Office at Home for the mastermind, and referral business builders to build your business. Yes, it is a networking opportunity, and it's global. So I can't wait to see you over there. Be sure and look me up. All right, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.